And welcome back to Crypto Hulk. Got some news for you today. Elizabeth Warren and these other government officials are like, oh, money laundering is so bad. Crypto money laundering in particular. Oh, God, yes. All the manipulation and stuff. Today, we're going to go over Goldman Sachs, like one of the biggest United States banks in the world. It gets busted for 14 years of money laundering. And you know what's interesting is there's only like a $500,000 fine. Oh, isn't that something? You make billions, and then all you do is pay $500,000 fine. That's like me doing something wrong and only getting fined like $5. I mean, who cares? Now, the only thing that's a big deal here is that it's in the news. See, that's where the price is really paid. The fines and stuff for like our government's like, Goldman Sachs, you've bribed us enough as government agents and stuff here. We're only going to charge you about $500,000. We got to do something. We've let it go on for 14 years, Goldman Sachs. We've let you manipulate market prices for 14 years, Goldman Sachs. So just kind of like, you guys got to kind of cool it because it's your reputation that's on the line. So we know $500,000 is not a lot of money, but it's like your reputation. People are going to see that. So, hey, you guys got to kind of keep all that criminal activity on the down low. All right. 14 years and you're only charged $500,000. I mean, that's a deal. So what does that show me and you? That the richer you get, it's good to do crime because then your penalties are like almost nothing. $500,000 when you're making billions, like that's nothing. That's like $5. So thought I'd put that out there. I'm going to go over this article here in just a minute, dealing with Goldman Sachs. But I guess when you're an early Ripple partner, I'm going to show you the early Ripple partner first, and then we'll get into the show. Let me do a copy and a paste. See, when you're when you're Goldman Sachs like this, I sent you a video, go to the 7-second mark. 7-second mark. We got here, Ripple, meet the team. It says, so what we have here, brand new people, is a 2013, 2014 Ripple page. We're seeing the customers, Goldman Sachs, Google, Jumio, Microsoft, NASA, the New York Federal Reserve, the national, and I'm not going to say security, and I'm not going to say agency. What? Square and Twitter. Do you wonder why Twitter's getting into payments? Twitter, day one Ripple partner. No other channel on the internet is showing you this except me. And the reason is because I want my supporters, people that support this channel, I want you to have the best information. You get it on Crypto Hulk channel. So, back to what I was saying about Goldman Sachs. Look, all these companies here get green lights. Twitter's starting payments. Square's had payments with Ripple. I don't know why the national, and I'm not going to say security, and I'm not going to say agency is on this page. Makes you wonder, huh? Government. We know that Ripple's a government contractor, subcontractor. Well, it makes sense that the security agency's there, doesn't it? To keep track of everything that goes on. Have you ever seen that on any other channel? No, Crypto Hulk. Nobody else has that. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. But why do they have 1 million subscribers? Hey, if you peddle dumb shit, YouTube rewards you with millions of followers. That's how it goes. If you tell the truth like me, YT just busts you down. Alrighty then. Let's get into the article. But first, who's the first one here? Crypto Greek. then GO. Gotcha, gotcha. Andy, Arby, TK. We got some new members at the entry level. Juanita, Sue, and Nins Rai. And then Kushti. Welcome to the channel, Kushti. I'm just looking through. You got Kurt Scott with beer, coffee, and donuts. What a great breakfast. And let's go with the article here. So, Goldman Sachs. So, United States regulators slap $500,000 fine on Goldman Sachs, says the bank failed to identify potential market manipulation. Okay, let's look into what happened and see. Hold on a sec. One of the largest investment banks in the world will pay $500,000. That's not a big deal. It's really not. It's like nothing. They're going to pay $500,000 for failing to adequately monitor trading activities, including instances of potential market manipulation. The Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, called FINRA, Department of Enforcement, says that between February 2009, now think about this, all the way back then, and April 2023, 14 years it took the government to catch Goldman Sachs. Are you kidding me? 14 years? I don't know what's worse, the $500,000 fine or the fact that our government took 14 years. FINRA, the people that work in FINRA, Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, are they even regulating? Is FINRA even doing their job? Why the fuck are we paying these people? I'm just asking questions. I don't have answers. I'm not making statements that they're not doing their job. I'm just asking questions. Like, how for 14 years does Goldman Sachs allow insider trading and market manipulation kind of stuff? And then how does our government not notice? But the minute you and me don't check the box on the top of our tax form, it says, have you bought, sold crypto? How do we get in trouble right away? And Goldman Sachs allows money laundering and shit for 14 years. Like, why can't the IRS just come back 14 years later and deal with me then? I don't know. Maybe I'm just asking too many questions. And then my fine for not checking the box on top of we'll do a sliding scale. So for the Goldman Sachs, multi-billion-dollar company or whatever, they pay $500,000 fine. For me not checking the box on my tax form, give me a $5 fine. That would work out just about the same, okay? The regulatory body, FINRA, finds Goldman omitted or left out warrants from October 2010 to 2021 and rights and units from 2010 to 2022 in a surveillance report designed to pinpoint potential wash trades. FINRA also says the banking giant left out warrants, rights, units, and certain over-the-counter equity securities in its surveillance reports for about 9 years that would have caught potential practices of marking the open and marketing the close. What this is, it's a market manipulation technique designed to influence the price of an asset at the open or close of a trading session. According to FINRA, the lapses in the reports left Goldman unable to conduct supervisory reviews for possible cases of market manipulation. The 9 affected reports would have identified approximately 5,000 alerts for potentially manipulative trading activity in those securities. So listen to this. Okay, so over 14 years go by, over 5,000 potentially illegal transactions, and Goldman Sachs gets a small, tiny little fine. Wow. Truly amazing. 14 years. Again, I don't know what's worse. Goldman Sachs did this for 14 years, or our government allowed them to do it without checking them for 14 years. What's the bigger crime? I don't know. I just ask questions. I just show dumb shit. That's all that I do. I don't have answers for all this. Well, I got some things I'd like to see happen. But I don't know which is more illegal, our government or Goldman Sachs. Or are they about equal? I'd say about the same. Goldman Sachs has also taken remedial steps and included the missing trading details in the reports. Okay, we're done. Kind of just makes me sick. Wanted to start off the show showing how illegal our government is, or how illegal Goldman Sachs is, or both. Elizabeth Warren, Maxine Waters, like, oh yeah, crypto's used for nefarious purposes. Well, Crypto Hulk's going to say our banking system is used for nefarious purposes. The criminals are the banks. I just clearly demonstrated that right here, showing evidence where 5,000 times over 14 years, Goldman Sachs did nothing about illegal activity. It's the facts right there. Not Crypto Hulk opinion, just the facts, man. Just the facts. Okay, there we go. First article is done. And Lou Diamond. Lou gave somebody membership, which is RT Designs. Way to go there, buddy. Jerry White says, how can I donate? Well, below the chat box, below the top chat, you should see a money symbol. That's your anti-get wrecked button. Go ahead and push that button. Let's see what happens there, buddy. Okay. BRICS. Let's go back to BRICS. Everybody's scared of BRICS. Oh, they're going to crash the dollar. Oh, the world's going down. Next article, here's the title, BRICS. BRICS. 159 countries are eyeing Russia's new payment system. Oh, really? Russia has a new payment system. BRICS member Russia confirmed that the country is building an alternative to the SWIFT payment system without integrating the US dollar. The new payment mechanism will settle cross-border transactions in local currencies, making BRICS and other developing countries sideline the United States dollar. Watcher Guru had recently reported that 20 countries are already on board to initiate transactions in local currencies when Russia's new payment system is out. So you got 20 countries that are ready to go. Where are they ready to go, Crypto Hall? Well, we'll show you later. I got something special to show you about BRICS. New people, I got something special to show you about how Russia. Oh, we got something special. I don't want to tell you right now. We gotta have dinner first and then dessert later. Let's see. Let's scroll down here. Here's another title. BRICS plans to pitch a new payment system to 159 countries. In the latest update, Russia, with the help of BRICS, is planning to pitch the new payment system to over 159 countries around the world. Oh no, we're in trouble. The United States is so much in trouble. Oh no, where are we going to go to hide? The 159 countries hail from the global south, Asia, Africa, and Latin America, and include other developing countries globally. Russia plans to pitch the new payment mechanism to the majority of the world when it is ready to launch. Oh, I'm terrified. Crypto Hulk, are you terrified? That's a trick question. The BRICS country, Russia, is currently working on the payment system, touting it to be an alternative to SWIFT. Oh no, everybody hide! Run for the hills! Find the cave! Once Russia sends the pitch to 159 countries, the decision to join or reject the payment system will be taken. Developing countries will then evaluate its pros and its cons and conclude its prospects. BRICS and Russia will allow developing nations to decide on the use of local currencies for trade or the US dollar. Whether the majority of the 159 countries will reject Russia's new payment system or accept it, only time will tell. The move puts BRICS and other developing countries in charge of deciding the fate of the US dollar. Oh my God, what a load of horse poo-poo. So BRICS, let me get this straight from this article, because I'm terrified right now. Really, really terrified. This move puts BRICS and other developing countries in charge of deciding the fate of the dollar. How sad. Whoever wrote this article is not a journalist. Russia has a system. Oh, really? Russia has a system. I wonder what system that would be, Crypto Hulk. Well, don't let the cat out of the bag just yet, Junior. Russia has a system for transmitting financial messages, which is an alternative to SWIFT. Similar infrastructure exists in some other countries. Oh, really? We are holding discussions on interaction of such platforms, but here the interest and technical readiness of our partners are important, said Russia's central bank governor Elvira Nabiulina. That sounds Puerto Rican, Crypto Hulk. That wasn't quite a Russian accent. Elvira Nabiulina. Well, never mind. Let's keep going. The governor also added that over 159 participants will get to know the nuances of the payment system when it's ready. Therefore, SWIFT and the US dollar could soon face stiff competition from Russia and the BRICS alliance. I'm terrified of Russia and the BRICS alliance for cross-border payments. Totally terrified. Let me look at some comments, and then we'll have to show you what the proof really is. I'm going to let the cat out of the bag here, buddy. I've got 281 people on the show and 114 likes. That's not good. That's 50%. Now, a show like this is worth at least 281 likes out of 281 views. I'm not being modest. Okay, Russia. Russia. Marsha. Copy and paste. Now, I'm going to show you what no other channel really has shown. I showed it first, and everybody else jumped on the bandwagon. That's usually how it goes. Now, this you can find on the internet. I'm not going to show the whole thing. We're restricted according to time. Go back into my show and watch the actual video. I've done articles on this Russian research report. The government, actually, let's say this. There's a college in Russia, and as we all know, all the colleges are linked in with the government. So Russia did a research report. But Crypto Hulk, this college has nothing to do with the government. But Crypto Hulk, why do I still live in my parents' basement? Because you're a fucking cocksucker, that's why. Based on the research results, it was concluded that the Ripple platform can be considered as the basis for starting work on creating a system of cross-border settlements. Let me repeat this again for the slow people. The Russian government studied crypto, got it? And they had this college do the work for them. And what happened is the Russians concluded that the Ripple platform, oh, did I say Ethereum or Bitcoin? I'm sorry. No, I didn't say that, and I'm not sorry. That the Ripple platform can be considered as the basis for starting Russia's system of cross-border settlements. Oh, damn, Crypto Hulk, you're killing it. This whole Russian payment system that was going to be paid in local currencies is fucking Ripple platform, yo. Says it right here. Not my opinion, just the facts. Right below this paragraph, there's a bullet point. It says use for XRP transfers or equivalents of fiat currencies issued by each participant. We can go on. If you were to go to the actual research report, I've already shown this. You're going to see about 8 bullet points, and about 6 of them talk about XRP. Oh, but Crypto Hulk, they might be using the platform of Ripple, but they're not using XRP. Well, why does it say XRP below the sentence there, smart guy? Well, they're going to use Bitcoin or Ethereum, Crypto Hulk. That's what Anthony Pompliano says. He was on MSNBC today. I don't care about whatever Anthony Pompliano says. He can go choke on a little smoky, okay? Like he does on the weekends anyway. Look, so I know you've been watching the channels that are getting everybody all scared about Russia and their fucking payment system, but it looks to me like their payment system is built on the Ripple platform, and they discuss how XRP works. Gee, Crypto Hulk, now I know why you're so confident and not afraid of the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf. Let's go to let me go to the next proof article again. I did a video, of course. Let me copy and paste that video. And I'll show you where Ripple actually and Russia are partners. Let's look at that right meow. Okay, so in the video, go to the 1 minute section. 1 minute section. What do we got here? We see the Ripple logo. We see the word Ripple, and then we see the country code RU. Ripple RU with the logo. That's Ripple Russia, everybody. And that's 2014, 10 years ago, roughly. 10 years ago, Ripple was in Russia. Ripple was in Russia, and we were helping you form your currency in the payment system. The Russian payment cross-border system is based on Ripple. The article, the college gave us it was Ripple, the college. We're working with Ripple, and we're using the XRP. And right here we see the Ripple logo, and it says Ripple RU. So there you are. Are you worried or are you not? Not worried there, buddy. Let me go to the comment section. I think we pretty much just killed that Russian article. Not afraid. Okay. So the dollar goes away. I don't fucking care. We got XRP. We're rich, man. Go ahead and crash the dollar. Oh, I know. Just do that because I'm tired of being poor. I need to be rich with XRP. That's how we do it here on the Crypto Hulk channel. Judge Sangha. Hi, Hulk. Once we moon, will you stay with your loyal members to guide us with how and the best way to liquidate, what to buy, and where to stake? Probably will. You know, it's kind of a sad thing to think about. Like, I mean, once we're rich, in one way, there's no need for the channel, or is there? Um, I'm a pretty creative kind of a person. I can find ways around all kinds of problems. I'm not saying I do illegal stuff. Let me make that clear. I don't do illegal things. I figure out creative ways around legal issues. Okay. Um, if I decide to keep making videos, we'll have a small group and we'll shut it down to just the rich people only. And, and I'll go see some of the world's lawyers and figure out ways to creatively deal with tax, ways to creatively deal with immigration, whatever it might be. Um, Money has a way to grease the wheels and make shit work in the justice system all around the world. So, bribery, we'll call it lobbying. Crypto Hulk will be lobbying different countries' government officials so I can help their country. Not that I'm bribing anybody, and I'll figure out ways to get shit done, man. I have connections in two countries, both on each side of the world, pretty much. In these countries, I know people that go all the way pretty high. Gotta say that. Now one of these countries, I'm not going to say I'm going to do it because I would never, ever, 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 ever do this. But in one of these countries, I've heard that if you give them like 20 grand or something, they can get you a whole new life. We're talking baby pictures, elementary school records, all the way through high school and up to my current age of 53 years old. Imagine that. I spent my whole life in, let's say, Bulgaria, and there's my baby pictures when I was born in the Bulgarian hospital. See what I mean? So I'm not concerned. Whatever the United States wants to do, or whatever any country wants to do, I don't care. Now, I will not do anything illegal like create a whole new life and then I can, move around as I want. But I'm just saying some people will. Now, now somehow the names of these countries or connections might pop up in Crypto Hulk. We're rich, but again, it's only for a closed amount of people, so not everybody's going to know because I'm not trying to let everybody know this. So you're going to have to be a member of an elite group. And then with that, I don't know, maybe how many 10, 20 people will probably be in the group. And we'll figure it all out. These government people are not smart. Already told you this. Grant, member for 6 months. Till the end, my friends. Grant, thanks for that donation to the channel. Along with Jerry White, appreciate the donations. Peter is talking about a taste test. Peter, it's 7 a.m. Like, not that would not be good to start this early. But I do have a taste test. I'm picking up a bottle tonight. I don't, and then I'll have two. I'll have a really, really high end Jack Daniel. I didn't think it was possible, but I'm telling you, it is. I'll have a really high end Jack Daniel, and tonight I'll be getting what they call a stag whiskey to compete against the Jack Daniel. I'll try to remember either today, tomorrow, or something Wednesday. I'll show you the two whiskeys that are going to be in the next taste test. It'll probably be like on a Friday. Eric Bartowski. Lakey, XRP. Hey, Lakey. Thanks for the donation there, Lakey. Copy and paste next article. All right. Next, we're going to discuss India. I'm going to discuss India. When you say the word India, it's important that you don't move your jaw. You got to, when you're practicing the Indian accent, you pretend your jaw is in a cast. Your jaw must be in a cast, and you don't want to move any of your jaw. You got to keep the jaw very still when you speak like you're from India. India to look at offline solutions. Offline. Oh, you mean what David Schwartz invented in 2014, 10 years ago? Offline contracts by David Schwartz 10 years ago. Here we're looking at India is going to offline solutions to aid CBDCs in rural areas. Now, what we got going on here is this. India is a poor country. The United States is on its way as well. But India's already there. So in India, a lot of the people are broke. A lot of the people live in squalid third world conditions. Uptake in rural and urban areas with little or no internet connectivity could be boosted by introducing offline solutions. Now, here we have an example. The Reserve Bank of India, the governor Shakikanta Das, we'll just call it Governor Das, DAS, said the central bank will explore offline solutions to boost adoption of its central bank digital currency, CBDC. It's called the digital rupee in remote areas of the country with limited internet access. Several offline solutions, including proximity and non proximity based solutions, will be evaluated in hilly, rural, and urban environments to achieve this aim. According to the Press Trust of India, it is proposed to introduce offline functionalities in CBDC to enable transactions in areas with poor or limited internet connectivity. These functionalities will be slowly introduced through the pilots. On the programmability front, the government's going to program your CBDC. The Governor Das said the CBDC system currently enables person-to-person, person-to-merchant transactions using digital rupee wallets provided by pilot banks. Get ready, America. Here's how it goes. So the reason I'm reading off what's going on in India is because India is a massive Ripple partner. I'm going to show this to you in a few minutes when I show you the evidence. India is a massive partner. They were trying for as long as they could to keep people away from cryptocurrency. Now, all of a sudden, the government invented their own crypto, so now crypto's good. So, for about 4 years, I've been reading the news, and India has always said crypto's bad, crypto's bad, crypto's bad. But now, all of a sudden, when India created a CBDC, now all of a sudden, crypto is good. Okay, that's how it works in the world. Now, the government is trying to get everybody to use this crap. CBDC. And they're trying to make everybody slaves. So they need to increase adoption of it. So the government creates wallets. The central bank government, same thing. The central bank, the government is creating these wallets for people to use. And they want you to use these wallets whether you have internet connection or not. Okay. And the plan, here's a big lie right here. The plans for launching offline capabilities were first proposed in March 2023, so about a year ago. So you're telling me that's the first time the plans were proposed? What a liar. Man, they've been planning this shit for 10 years. RBI's director, the central bank is looking to test CBDC's potential for cross-border transactions and linkage with legacy systems in other countries. Let me tell you how this goes down. They've got to get everybody hooked up to it, get everybody to be a slave. We already know that this new crypto system is up and running already. They're tokenizing on it. We know this. There's public ledgers and there's private ones. All the tokenization is going on the private ones right now, so we cannot see any price adjustment. They got the wallets going and they're trying to hook everybody up. Okay, that's what we got going on. The legacy systems will always be allowed to work. Right now, we're running parallel. I've read articles already where the new financial system is already up and running parallel with the old system. Okay, and what happens is one of these days they'll keep the old system up, but they're going to merge away from it. So the old system's kind of like a backup. If something were to ever happen with this new crypto tokenization, NFT, techie kind of a thing, if that ever should go bad, we can always fall back on the old system. It'll still be there because they run parallel. So let's look here what we got. It says here, we already have popular payment services with offline capabilities, especially UPI. And that's all about, that's very Ripple heavy related. Although it says, oh, looky here. The CBDCs align with the government's vision to eliminate cash. Oh, although CBDCs are an alternative solution, the primary purpose is to have a well-monitored monetary system, a well-monitored system with money. Oh, so they can spy on us. Well, if they wanted a well-monitored system, why are all the governments around the world printing money and money and money, inflating it? Like, if they're going to monitor the money, why don't they start with that first, right? That only makes sense, but forget about that, Crypto Hulk. You're making too much sense. The Reserve Bank of India launched a pilot of its retail CBDC in December of 2022 and achieved the target of having 1 million daily transactions a year later. So we're seeing this. Okay, so India is really rolling out all this CBDC, trying to eliminate cash so they can enslave everybody. Now I'm going to show you a little GitHub paper. It's called Codius. It's not the original that I have, but it's a pretty good copy. I just want to show you this really quick. Then we'll move on. I got a couple more proofs. There's your GitHub article. It's about Codius. Codius was invented by Stefan Thomas and Evan Schwartz from Ripple. What's missing is the date, 2014. That's when this was made. On my copy, I have the original, and it shows that and a little bit more. So this is a pretty good copy, but it's not the original. We scroll all the way down to the bottom. Go ahead and scroll all the way down to the bottom. What we got here, Codius. Okay, for people who don't know what the hell Codius is, I get a lot of new people here. How can I put this in the shortest amount of space? Codius is like the god of crypto. It's the master translator. It can do everything. Codius unites all the world's code. Codius facilitates the movement of all the value on the new internet as we know it. Ripple has control over this thing called Codius. It will control the whole entire financial system. It's a pretty big deal. I'm not getting into Codius right now. I've already done it 15, 20 times. I've explained all what it is. You have the paperwork here. You can look over it yourself or watch a video that I've made from the past. What I wanted to show you is if you go to the end where it says acknowledgments, it says here, special thanks to David Schwartz for pointing out the concept of offline contracts. Offline contracts. We were reading earlier about India with the offline transactions. I'm just letting you know, Ripple has had all this done like 10 years ago, okay? This is why I'm showing you the Codius, because there's your connection to Ripple right there, offline contracts. And of course, if you have an offline contract, then you obviously have to have an offline transaction because you got to do this offline. So there's your proof right there. If this shit was done 10 years ago by Ripple and Ripple's controlling it, Ripple will control the whole entire crypto space, NFTs, Web3, everything. You got the Codius right there to show you. Watch the video and I break it down. Next, proof for India. India's #1 and #2 bank are Ripple partners. Let me show you this right here. First article, HDFC Bank. What is HDFC? India's largest private bank, Ripple partner. Well, gee, Crypto Hulk, that's pretty good. I'm pretty proud you found that there, buddy. Okay. Next, India's second largest bank, Kotak Mahindra, joins Ripple. There you go. So I read you an article about how India, for the past couple of years, have been piloting CBDCs and stuff. They're currently working on offline transactions. I showed you that 10 years ago, Ripple already had offline transactions and contracts. I just got done showing you that the #1 and #2 banks in India are Ripple partners. You can kind of figure out in between what the hell's going on. All right? Not that tough. And Bitcoin and Ethereum are not there. Just thought I'd put that out there as well. Last articulo, and we got Ripple again in the last articulo. Wait a second here, buddy. I think the recruitment office for Crypto Hulk channel just opened up briefly here. Let's see. Hold on a minute. "1970 Legend gave 20 people memberships." Slippery Pickle. Am I reading that right? Brilliant. Chris Zombie must be brother of Rob. Johnny G. Ehrlich Reynolds Jr. Kenoyle, Michael Glenn, Crypto OMH, Larry Nelson, Jonathan Williamson, Colin S., Joe Navin, Michael Pomeroy, Inside Myth, Kurt Rogers, Blockchains, Barry Goose Records, Daniel Gardner, Truth Be Told, and Dave Rocket all got memberships from 1970. My God. So we go to this article here, Nat West. Again, all this will be a Ripple connection. I'll show you the proof as we go on. This is a first. Nat West becomes the first bank in the world into the United Kingdom open banking DPS. CryptoHawk, what is this? You'll find out. It's Ripple's what it is. NatWest has been confirmed as the first United Kingdom bank to become a supplier on the Crown Commercial Systems new dynamic purchasing system for open banking. The reason I'm showing you this is because this will happen in the United States in about 6 months. What I've seen is whatever happens in Europe, or I mean England, ends up in the United States 6 months later. So get ready. All United Kingdom public sector entities such as central government, local authorities, NHS, schools, charities, public administration will be able to access the DPS. Users of the DPS will be able to access NatWest's open banking solutions. Pay it by NatWest, which includes confirmation of payee and API services to prevent fraud. CEO, Pay It by NatWest. Mike Elliff says, after becoming the first country in the world to accept tax payments via open banking, this DPS will give the public sector access to a pool of pre-qualified suppliers. NatWest is delighted to be the first United Kingdom bank appointed to the DPS. Open banking system is a key part of the United Kingdom financial ecosystem, and seeing it integrated into the public sector is encouraging. Individuals and businesses rely on NatWest to pay and get paid, which is why, as a group, we're entrusted with 1 in 4 United Kingdom transactions. Our proven and secure infrastructure enables billions of payments every day. Sounds like this is going to be a stellar issue here. We combine the scale and resilience of a bank with the speed and innovation of fintech to bring new payment services to our customers. Let's see here. NatWest is currently the largest card supplier in the CCS payment solutions framework and is already one of 2 house banks on the government banking contract. Okay, what we're seeing is a new, like this global ID kind of a stuff. That's kind of what we're dealing with here, where the government and you kind of merge together with banking, and it becomes like a one-stop shop. Now it's a very different formation than what we're used to. We're not used to seeing this at all in the United States. We've never even really heard of it too much, but we as people are going to move out and have our own IDs. And kind of like the banks come to us rather than we go to the banks. That's kind of how this thing is all set up. I don't have all the particulars on it because I don't study open banking, but it's coming to the United States. And we're going to be reading over the next 6 months before it gets to the United States. But here we have the first time where now you'll be able to pay taxes with inside your bank because it's going to be linked up with the government. I mean, it's not a good thing. That's how they'll enslave you, is the banks will then have partnerships with the government and global governments. So this world's about to get real small. See, right now you can live in some tiny country in the world, nobody else will ever hear from you. But what's going to happen is all of us, all around the world, eventually will have like a global ID. And no matter where you go, if you didn't pay your parking tickets in Kuala Lumpur, the government will be able to track you down in America and possibly even take money out of your account. You'll see, we'll all be slaves, just like that. That's what this is bringing. Now, the governments are going to say, oh, this will be good because it'll help you, blah, blah, blah. And the thing will be, no, it's not good because this is the road to slavery. So you can go to any country. Now, eventually, this is how it'll be, but you can go to any country in the world and you can be living anywhere in the world and they'll start taking your money. Because let's say you live in America and you're like, fuck America, I want to go to Thailand. Well, I don't want this to happen in Thailand. So let's say Cambodia. So I get a job in Cambodia, but in order to work there, I need a global ID. But then when I get a global ID, now America knows I'm in Cambodia, and they're gonna want all this tax money, and they'll be able to take it out. It won't be like I'm gonna give it to them. It's like they take it out before I get my money. That's how all this goes. Global slavery. You'll see. And thanks in part to NatWest and all the other banks working with this. Now, this is a Ripple partnership. You'll see. Let me do a copy paste. Texas Pacific. Thank you very much for going above and beyond with that donation there. Totally appreciate it. Okay, where was I? Oh, yeah, let me post that. So there's the article. Now go to number 18. It shows all these banks. What is this? List of banks using Ripple. This is like from 2019. You know this is way bigger. Go down to number 18. Royal Bank of Scotland. The Royal Bank of Scotland is owned by NatWest. Okay. Now, here's your last article of the program. Let me do a copy and a paste. And it shows us about NatWest, Royal Bank of Scotland. And guess who's right there? Ripple, RBS, Royal Bank of Scotland, which is NatWest, which is the article we've been reading about. The Royal Bank of Scotland / NatWest trials Ripple as a part of a 3.5 billion tech revamp. They're talking about they're going under a proof of concept for payments and cross-border and stuff. The Royal Bank of Scotland is undertaking a proof of concept with Ripple. This is 2015. Everybody, this is like 9 years ago. Whoa. You know what this means? Again, here we go again. This shit was already decided 10 years ago. This whole open banking and stuff. Look, they already have the plans of our slavery already worked out. Okay. This is like 10 years ago. Ripple was working with the Bank of Scotland and NatWest. Imagine that. Little startup company. I have a question. How is a, quote, little startup company in San Francisco, how are they linking up with all the banks in the world? Doesn't that show you something? People that doubt Ripple, like we're not talking about price. Forget about price. Look at the relationships that are being made. Ripple is servicing NatWest, which moves 1 out of 4 payments in United Kingdom. It's not Ethereum, it's not Bitcoin, it's not Pancake Swap, it's not Pepe's evil grandmother with one leg. Okay. You've got Ripple, irregardless of the price. Look at what the fuck's going on. The price is manipulated. We know. I've already done the article today, new people. I've already done the article today, haters, where Goldman Sachs has manipulated the price markets in whatever different areas. We know that JP Morgan has manipulated lots of metal prices. And who's to say, everybody, if all these banks aren't manipulating the crypto prices? Oh, yeah, Crypto Hulk. That's a really good point. See, I don't care what the price is right now. I already showed you evidence just today that one of the world's biggest banks is getting busted for price manipulation. That's just one of the biggest banks. You got JP Morgan doing the same thing. I'm sure HSBC, I'm sure Citibank, I'm sure they're all doing it. That's why you're not seeing a price increase, okay? I just gave you a story today on one of the world's biggest banks manipulating prices. Do you think I give a fuck about what crypto prices are? I have been telling you the United States Justice Department uses something called Chainalysis. Chainalysis is a crypto forensic. They studied crypto transactions and found that 50% of the crypto exchanges have manipulated prices. That's why I don't read off prices on my show to crypto like some of these dumb people out here. They read off the start of their show, the crypto prices. That is so broke down like an 80-year-old hooker, okay? When the United States government, when Chainalysis is saying 50% of crypto prices are manipulated. That's why I don't go over chart analysis. That's so fucking stupid. To have those chimpanzees on the show? No way. Never ever mention one. 50% crypto prices manipulated. You're going to listen to a chart analysis person? Hey, good luck with that one. You still believe in Santa Claus too, don't you? I think scroll through. I believe that'll be a wrap. That's it. It's the end of the show, end of the road. Crypto Hulk, I've got to sign off. I got to do some things today, but I'll look for a PM show. If I can put together a PM show, you all will be seeing me later on. Adios.